Our first chapter is about commercial and non-commercial activities. Now, before understanding what is commercial and non-commercial activity, first we'll understand what are human activities. When I say human activities or the activities which we all do, as you all know that every human being is busy in some or the other activity throughout the day. If we take an example of a simple human being, a normal person, when he gets up in the morning, what he does? He gets up in the morning, he brushes his teeth, he takes bath, he eats breakfast, he goes to school, or if he's an adult, he will go to office. In the evening, he will come back home. He might watch television. Again, he will eat dinner and he will go to bed. So what this person is doing, a normal human being is doing different type of activities from morning till evening. Do you agree with me? Yes?
Yes.
Yes,
Yes,
children,
ma'am.
do you agree? Okay. Now, if I talk about you, you all
Yes,
are
ma'am.
students, you all are children. You all also are involved in some of the activity from morning till evening. Yes? You get up in the morning,
Yes,
you
ma'am.
have your breakfast, you go to school, you study, you play, you come back in the evening, and again you rest. You again go down to play, you study, and in the evening you watch television, eat dinner, and go to sleep. Right? This is your normal activities which you do from morning till evening.
Yes,
Agree?
ma'am.
Yes. So every human being is doing some or the other activity. So all those activities which a human being is engaged in or undertakes is known as human activities. So any activity which involve human efforts is known as human activity. Now, why are we doing these human activities? The reason is we want to satisfy human wants. Can you see the second point? Satisfy
Yes.
human wants. Now, can you tell me when you play, what kind of satisfaction you are getting? What satisfaction or satisfaction of wants you are getting? Can anybody please tell me? When you play, what kind of what do you get when you play?
Ma'am, the feeling we have that feeling of playing, ma'am, and that gets satisfied.
Yeah, the feeling of enjoyment, if you can say. Yes. The feeling of enjoyment, the feeling of being physically fit, that is satisfaction which you are getting. If you are studying in
Yes, ma'am.
school, if you study, what is satisfying you? Which want is being satisfied?
Knowledge.
Absolutely correct. Excellent answer. Who was this?
Um,
I'm sorry, I don't know your names. Who was this?
my name is Ria.
Ria. Okay, okay, Ria. So, Ria, excellent answer. When we are studying, it is satisfying our want to attain knowledge, to gain knowledge. Very good answer. Now, another example is now you must have seen your parents are going to work. They're going to office. Why are they going to office? Which want do they want to satisfy?
To earn money.
Absolutely
And they want
correct.
to earn money for us, ma'am, in order to have
Absolutely,
a better future.
absolutely correct. Excellent answer. Now, I think this was Ashutosh.
No, ma'am,
Yes.
it was me.
No, ma'am.
Who was
Vedant.
this?
Vedant.
Vedant.
Vedant Nair, ma'am.
All right, Vedant Nair. Excellent answer, Vedant. So when an adult goes to work, he goes to his office to do work, his want is he wants to earn money for his livelihood or for his family. So that is why whenever we do any kind of human activity, we are trying to satisfy some or the other wants. You have to remember this, that we are doing these human activities throughout our life. Throughout our life, from morning to evening, we are doing some or the other activities. So we are involved in different kind of activities. So if I have to say, if I have to categorize my activities, I can say that I am doing some activities to earn money, and I am doing some other activities to obtain my personal satisfaction. When I say personal satisfaction, means something which satisfies me personally. Now, if you see the next slide, can you see this?
Yes.
Now, in this
Yes,
tree,
ma'am.
they have classified human activities into two other activities. When I say human activities, it is divided into two parts. One is economic activity, or we also call it commercial activity. The other one is non-economic or non-commercial activity. Now, economic activity, economic activity is something when you do, you earn what?
Money.
You earn
Money.
money. Absolutely correct. So whenever we are involved in any economic activity or commercial activity, we always earn money. But when we are engaged in a non-economic activity or a non-commercial activity, we do it for our personal what? Satisfaction. Okay?
Satisfaction.
Absolutely correct. I'll give you a simple example. Now, if I talk about economic activity, when I'm doing an economic activity, for example, a shopkeeper is selling in his shop. He is doing it to do what?
Earn money.
Earn money, earn profit.
Money.
Earn profit, right? So he is doing that to earn money. So that is a economic activity. Now, another example, if a teacher is teaching in a school, she is doing it to earn what?
Ma'am, money,
Absolutely correct.
satisfaction.
Yes, salary. Yes, she's doing it to earn money. Another thing is, if a doctor is working in a hospital or in a clinic, he's doing it to do what?
Ma'am, want to help,
Pardon?
It can
want to help patients and others to earn money.
Yes. So he definitely he's doing it to help the patients, but in exchange of that, he's charging fees from you.
Yes.
Ma'am.
Yes.
That's
So
true,
again, what is the motive? Motive is to earn money. Definitely, he is serving the people. He is serving the people. Absolutely correct. But he's also charging you fees for that. So again, that is also a what? Economic activity. But if a doctor is not charging money, he's doing it free. That will be what then?
Non-economic activity.
Yes. Why that will be non-economic activity?
Because he is not earning any profit.
Absolutely
Because
correct.
he is not earning
Excellent answer.
Ma'am, we get satisfaction by serving the people.
Absolutely correct answer. Very good. Who was that?
Me, ma'am.
Can I have your name, please?
Ma'am, Vedant Nair, ma'am.
Okay, Vedant Nair. All right. Very good answer, Vedant. Very good answer. So, when I say that when we are doing an activity for money, it will be an economic activity. And when I'm doing an activity for my satisfaction, like Vedant just mentioned, when a doctor is serving the patients free of cost without charging any money, he's doing for his own satisfaction, that he's serving the society, he's serving the people. So that would be a non-economic activity or a non-commercial activity. Are you all clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. Now we are going to do in detail what are economic activities or commercial activities. All right, children, I will be putting notes on WebGenie regarding the topics which we will be doing in the Zoom classes. All right, please take the notes from WebGenie. Children, I would request you to please concentrate on the slides and don't talk. Yes, thank you, children. All right. Now, just have a look at this slide. Economic activities. Now, what are economic activities? If I have to define economic activities, I will say all human activities which are undertaken to earn living and thereby satisfying human wants are known as what? Economic activity. So the basic objective of economic activity is to earn money and to create wealth. So whenever we earn money, what are we doing? We are earning money through work. It is for our satisfaction that I'm earning my livelihood. Correct? Yes? Okay. Now, again, the same example. If a shopkeeper is selling goods to the customer, he's doing to earn money in exchange of money. Correct? Okay. Now, you have to, another important thing is economic activity is always concerned with production, distribution, and exchange of goods and services. Can anybody tell me what do you understand by production of goods?
Ma'am,
When goods are produced.
Absolutely correct. When we produce goods.
They are produced to satisfy human wants.
Absolutely
Ma'am,
correct.
when we produce one good into many and sell it out in the market.
All right, good, very good. So when I say economic activity is concerned with production, that means whenever human beings are involved in economic activities, it will lead to production of some or the other kind of goods and services. Yeah. Second thing is distribution. What do you mean by distribution? Any idea?
Distributing goods. Ma'am.
Distribution, just give an idea if you understand. Even if it's wrong, it's absolutely okay.
Ma'am, when we distribute goods for money, or maybe for increasing the production or profit.
Okay, I will explain you that. Now, distribution means you all know that the goods are produced in some factories or in industries, right? Yes. So now, when the goods are produced in the industry or in the factories, the goods have to be taken to the market to be sold.
Yes.
That process is known as distribution. When we take the goods from the factories or from the industries to the market, this process is known as distribution. So when the goods are produced, they are taken from the factories or the industries. From where they are produced, they are taken to the market where these goods will be sold or where the goods will be used by the consumer. Are you clear with what you mean by distribution?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Now the third thing is exchange of goods and services. What do you mean by exchange of goods and services? I want others also to answer. When you go to a shop, what do you exchange with the shopkeeper?
Money.
Money.
Absolutely correct. Shopkeeper will give you a product and you will give him what in exchange?
Money.
So exchange of goods and services means that whatever goods have been produced and brought to the market, that goods are given by the shopkeeper and in exchange you give him money. Okay, so that means exchange of goods and services. Are you clear with these 3 points?
Ma'am, I have
Yes,
a
ma'am.
doubt, ma'am.
Yes.
Ma'am, how is giving money a service, ma'am?
No, service is something different. Here, service doesn't mean giving service. Service means the service which you get. Simple example is when you get your car wash. Have you ever seen your parents giving your car for washing?
No, ma'am.
No, never. Your car has never gone for washing.
No. Yes. No, ma'am. It has gone somewhere, ma'am. But I have not.
So what is car washing? When they wash the car, what are they giving you? Are they giving you any goods for money?
It is a service.
Are they giving you any goods for money?
No, ma'am.
That is a service.
No.
That is a service. They are washing your car. That washing of a car means servicing of your car. So that is means service. Okay. Now simple example is when you are coming to school. Okay. And you are giving fees for it. What are you getting in return? What are the teachers giving you?
Education, knowledge.
Knowledge. Now, is knowledge a product? Is knowledge a good?
No, it's a service.
Yes, absolutely correct. So you are paying for a service, right?
Yes.
Agreed? Yes. So when I say exchange of service, that means for a service given to you, you are giving money. Okay. A simple example, when you go to a restaurant, okay, when you go to a restaurant, the waiters are serving you, right?
Yes, ma'am.
That is what a service given to you. When you go to a beauty parlor, ladies must be going to beauty parlor. They are getting what? They are getting service. Okay? When a person drops his or her child in a creche, what he is getting? He is getting a service for which he is paying. Service to take care of their child. Okay, so when we say exchange of goods and service, goods means products, service means the kind of service they are giving it to you and you are giving money in return for that. Are you clear? Like a doctor.
Ma'am, I have a doubt.
Yes, Vidya.
Ma'am, because of my connection, I'd missed the point of distribution. So could you please repeat it?
Who's that?
Chati.
Okay. Yes. Distribution means I will go back to production again. Are you clear? What do you mean by production?
Yes.
Okay, production basically means when the goods are produced in the industry or in the factories, right? Now, the goods which are produced in the factories or industry, they have to be brought to the market. Okay, that means
Yes.
goods have to be brought from the place where they are produced to the place where they will be consumed or where they will be used. So this process of bringing the goods from the factories to the market, to the place where they will be used, is known as distribution. Are you clear, Khyati?
Yes.
All right. So are you all clear with all the 3 points concerned with production, distribution,
Yes.
and exchange of goods and services?
Ma'am,
Yes.
I have a doubt.
Yes.
Ma'am, can you explain distribution again? I did not understand.
Okay. Distribution. I'll explain. In our characteristics, we have the second point. I'll explain it again. All right.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Now, just come to the characteristics of economic activities. I want all of you to please pay attention. The first characteristic of economic activity or commercial activity is economic motive. Economic motive means every economic activity is undertaken to earn money, to acquire wealth. That means to earn a livelihood. So the first point is economic motive. Whenever somebody is engaged in economic activity, he will earn what? What he will earn?
Money.
Money for his livelihood. Okay. Second point, yes. Second point is productive. Someone was saying that he or she is not clear with what you mean by production. Please just have a look here. Now, productive means economic activity concerned with production, distribution, and exchange of goods and services. I'm repeating this point again. Please pay attention. Whenever a human being is involved in a human activity, an economic activity, it will always lead to production of some goods and services. The person will produce some goods and services. It is produced in an industry or in a factory, correct? Now, after the goods are produced, they have to be taken to the place where they will be used by the consumer. That means the market. That means the shops. So distribution means it is a process where the goods are taken from the industry to the market. Are you clear?
Yes.
Yes, ma'am. Very well.
So distribution means the goods are taken from the factories or the industries to the place, to the market where they will be used by the consumer. And exchange of goods and services means the shopkeeper will give you the goods and in exchange you will get money. Are you clear? Okay. Now we come to the third feature of economic activities. That means economic resources. Now, whenever we are doing an economic activity, we are always using some or the other economic resources. Now, our economic resources are, it is either land or labor or capital or raw material. Now, when I talk about business, whenever we are setting up a business, we require land to set up business. So, set up a factory. Yes?
Yes.
Yes.
So, we require land to set up a factory or industry. Apart from that, we also need capital. Capital means money. Capital means investment. When we are running a business, when we want to set up our business, we need money to make our business. Correct? So we need land and capital. Apart from that, we also need labor. We need labor. We need people who will work in our business, who will work in our factory or industries and services.
Yes.
Okay, so when we say economic resources, we say that whenever we are involved in economic activities, we will always use land, labor, capital, and other raw materials required to produce the product. Are you all clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Very clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, can I proceed further to the next point?
Yes,
Yes, ma'am.
All right.
Yes,
Now,
ma'am.
you see the fourth point. The fourth point says rational use. Any idea about the word rational? What do you mean by rational? No idea? Okay, I will come to this. When we have just discussed in the previous point that we are using the economic resources like land, labor, and capital, in the next point, this means that we should use all these resources rationally, properly. We should not do any wastage of these resources. Whatever we require for our business, we should use it optimally. We should not use it carelessly. We should not waste labor. We should not waste money. We should not waste land. We should not waste the raw materials which we are getting from the society. Can you tell me why we should not waste them?
Ma'am, because they may help us in some case, ma'am. And if we use it in one day, and if it's more like wasting it, ma'am, then we might repent it or regret it, ma'am.
Absolutely correct. Absolutely correct.
Ma'am,
Vedant,
the
answer.
for
Very
the future.
Yes, it is for the future. We need to, I think in geography, you all have studied that your resources are scarce. Have you studied this in social studies?
Renewable, non-renewable.
Have you studied this, that resources in our country are scarce?
There was there last year.
Last year.
Like
So you all know that resources available around us are scarce and we have to use them properly. We should not do any wastage. Similarly, here also in business, whenever we are doing in any kind of economic activity, we have to rationally, we have to properly use the resources optimally. We should not waste them. We should use it whatever is required. Neither we overuse it nor we underuse it. Clear, everybody?
Yes,
Yes,
ma'am.
ma'am.
All right, very good. Now the next point is economic growth. Now when I say economic growth, this means that whenever we do an economic activity, we are, as we have just started, that we are producing some goods and services and exchange of money. So when we are producing goods and services, people in the country are getting variety of goods and services of good quality. Yes?
Yes,
When
ma'am.
people are getting things of good quality, obviously their standard of living will increase.
Yes.
Do you agree? When you buy good
Yes.
quality products which is good for your health and lifestyle, your standard of living will increase. So when the standard of living increases of a citizen of a country, automatically that country grows. Automatically that country develops. The economy of that country will develop. All right. So with this point, when we say economic growth, this means that economic activities involves production of goods and services which will directly affect the standard of living of the citizens of the country, and that will lead to economic development of that country. Are you all clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes,
If you have any doubt, you can please ask me. Yes.
Ma'am, I didn't understand economic resources. Can you explain again?
You didn't understand what, beta?
Economic economic growth.
Economic growth. I'll explain
Yes,
you
ma'am.
again. Whenever we are involved in economic activities, we have done in the second point that we are producing goods and services, correct?
Yes.
So when we are producing goods and services, the companies nowadays are producing good quality products. And the
Yes.
customer, when we go to buy something, if we have got variety of goods and services in the market, we will always go for good quality products. And
Yes, ma'am.
when you as a customer will buy a good quality product or will buy the best thing for you, automatically your standard of living will increase.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes,
Yes,
I'll give
ma'am.
you a simple example.
Yes, ma'am.
I'll give you a simple example. When you go to market to buy a water bottle, you get varieties of water bottle in the market. Yes.
Ma'am.
You get plastic water bottles, then you get the insulated water bottle. You all are conscious of your health, so you will always buy a bottle which is of good quality. Yes. Earlier,
Yes,
maybe
ma'am.
you were buying a normal bottle, but if in the market you're getting a good quality water bottle, you will go for that. So when you are buying a good quality water bottle, a good car, a good AC, a better version of a product, you are improving your standard of living.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
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 So when the standard of living of the citizens of a country increases, what happens? That country will also develop. Okay, that country economy will also develop. So that is what do we mean by economic growth. That when in a nation the economic activities are done, it will lead to increase in the standard of living, and standard of living will increase, automatically that country will also grow.
Yes, ma'am.
Are you clear?
Yes, ma'am. Thank you. Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
Yes,
Fine.
ma'am.
Now I will go to the next point, that is legal and valid. You have to remember this, that economic activities are performed, okay, only when they are lawful. Any activity which we are doing should be lawful. If I say that I'm involved in an activity like gambling, robbery, smuggling, is that an economic activity?
No, ma'am.
No, that will not be considered as an economic activity because that is against the law. That is against, that is illegal. Okay, so you have to remember that economic activities should always be lawful. It should always be valid, and it should always be in the interest of the society. It should not harm anybody. It should not be illegal. Are you clear?
Yes.
All right, very good. Now we come to the next point. That is the last point. It is socially desirable. Socially desirable means, again, the similar thing what we have done in the previous point, that economic activities, whatever we do, should be socially accepted by the society. We should not do something which is against the society, or which the society will not allow you to do. Again, the same thing, anything illegal, anything which is harmful for the society should not be done, and that will not be considered as a economic activity. Are you all clear with all the features of economic activities?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Now, in your textbook, the notes which I had given you yesterday, there are 7 points, 7 characteristics. For your exams, you will prepare only 5 characteristics. Any 5 which you like. All right.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. See, children, in your exam, the next topic.
Yes, ma'am.
Are you all clear with economic activities?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Now just see the next one. This is non-economic or non-commercial activity, which we have just discussed. Now, any activity undertaken to satisfy social, religious, cultural, and sentimental requirements are known as non-economic or non-commercial activities. You have to remember.
Is this the definition?
Yeah, this is the definition. That you have to remember that whenever we are engaged in an non-economic activity, we are doing it not for money. We are not doing it to earn any reward or to get any monetary gain or money. We are doing it just to satisfy our want. Now, our want can be a social want. Our want can be religious wants. It can be cultural. It can be sentimental requirements. I'll give you example. When I say religious sentiments, this means when you're going to temple, many people go to temple, gurdwara or church. They are going to pray, right? Now, why are they going there? To satisfy their religious wants. Okay?
Yes, ma'am.
When somebody is doing yoga, when somebody is doing exercise in the morning, why is he doing that?
Personal
So that,
satisfaction.
ma'am, it keeps
Personal
it fit to, ma'am.
satisfaction.
Personal satisfaction.
Personal satisfaction means basically for his physical requirement. He wants to remain fit.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Now,
Yes,
if
ma'am.
somebody wants to donate blood to people, why is he doing that?
Ma'am, so that he helps others, ma'am, because
Yes.
some people have
Absolutely.
less blood.
So that means social service.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
He satisfies his social wants, social requirement. Now, your mother looks after you at home. She cooks food for you. Why she is doing that?
Yeah.
For our nourishment.
Or
For her child's nourishment, ma'am.
Yes, for she's doing out of sheer love and affection, right? For her personal want. Your mother is taking care of you, your father is taking care of you because of their love and affection they have for the,
yeah.
correct? So,
Yes,
all
ma'am.
the, activities which we are doing for satisfying ourselves, either socially, culturally, or any other, maybe patriotically also. Sometimes we are doing something for our nation, right? Free of cost. So that is what? That is because of the patriotism which we have for our country. So all these activities which we are doing only to satisfy our personal wants and not to earn money is known as what? Non-economic or
Non-commercial activities.
Okay. Now I'll
Ma'am,
give
I
you.
have a question.
Now I'll
Ma'am,
give
I
you.
have a doubt, ma'am.
Yes.
Ma'am, ma'am, what about government activities, ma'am?
Are they?
Is it a non-economic or a economic or a commercial activity, ma'am?
I'll come to that. Now again, it depends. If we are doing a government, if you're working in a government office for salary, that will be an economic activity. Okay, but if you are serving something free of cost without any money, that will be a non-economic activity. Now you can see because of the coronavirus, many people are rendering free service to the people, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. Now they are not charging any fees. So if they are charging no fees, they are doing free service. That will be a non-economic activity.
Okay.
Okay. But when we are charging money, when we are doing something only to earn money, that will be a economic activity. I'll give you another example. I just spoke about that your mother is cooking food for you, right? That is a non-economic activity.
Yes, ma'am.
But if the same mother has a business of catering food, that means that mother on the other side, other time of the day, she's making food to supply to the people. Will that be economic activity or non-economic?
Economic activity.
Why?
Economic activity. Economic.
Why is that an economic activity?
Yes.
No, why is that economic activity when she's giving food to the other people?
Because she's earning money from that.
She's
Yes,
earning
because
She
that is
earns whatever.
money.
absolutely correct, because she's earning money by giving that food to the other people. But the same woman, when she is making food at home for the family, that is not an economic activity, that is a non-economic activity, because that she's not doing for
Economic
money.
activity.
Okay, that she's not doing for money. At home, she's doing only out of love and affection for her family. Are you all clear?
Ma'am, I have a
Yes,
question.
ma'am.
I have another doubt.
Yes.
Wait.
Yes.
Ma'am, you said that there'll be wants. Can it be needs as well?
Can you give me an example? What are you trying to say?
Like you said that these are like social or religious wants, but can there be social or religious needs?
But there's a difference between need and want. Need is a
Yeah.
requirement, essential requirement. Okay, but you do you do exercise for need or for want? Tell me.
It
For
depends, but mostly for
Depends.
want.
Yes, basically we are doing are non-commercial activities just for our wants. I'm praying to get my satisfaction, inner satisfaction. So that is my requirement. That is my want. That is not my daily need. Okay, so want is something which you require. All right, so when we talk about this, we talk about want. Need will be something which is essential for us.
So that would be an economic activity, right?
All right.
Yeah.
Ma'am,
Yes.
ma'am, what about the pujari that works in a wedding, ma'am? Is that
Yes.
is that an
That will be a. You tell me, that will be economic or non-economic?
economic?
Economic.
Because he's getting what?
Economic, ma'am.
Because he's getting what?
Money.
When he's performing some religious rituals in exchange of money, that is his job. That will be your economic activity.